Say you turn into a vampire, then what? Do you want the same ability as Peter? To transform. I would have thought you would have at least wanted something similar, if not better than your ice abilities. Vex can teach me a string ability, or your shadow ability looks nice as well, Aaron snapped back, forgetting about the first point Quinn had made and only focusing on the fact that Quinn would be able to help her gain power. What Aaron didn't know was Quinn had learned his ability through an unusual method. He hadn't practiced the techniques written down in a book. Everything just worked through the system. There was no way for him to explain or teach someone how to use the shadow ability. And unless Aaron was part of Vex's family, he wouldn't be happy to teach her to use his strings either. Perhaps I should take over the explaining, Logan said as he moved forward. The reason Peter got the transformation ability in the first place was so he could hide in plain sight. We are currently using one of the missing male students from the planet Caldi. If you did change your mind and gave in, ending up with the transformation ability, it would still be impossible to hide you, Aaron. There have been no missing female students since the start of the term. They find you, and you will be taken to the dungeon. If Pure finds out that you have been turned into a vampire, you will probably experience an even worse fate. Hearing their explanation wasn't calming Aaron down at all. Instead, it was making her feel drained and defeated. She thought that perhaps Quinn was her scapegoat. What's the point of me being protected by Pure? Am I meant to just be some type of princess that can't fight for herself? She complained. It won't be like that, Layla replied. There are many people in Pure who are of equal strength to those with powers to the outside. Look at our leader for a clear example. The Pure leader was well known around the world, and that was mainly because of one reason. They were one of only 2 people currently in the world to possess a demon-class weapon, the highest-tiered beast weapon that is currently known. Right now, Quinn could see that Layla was acting rash, and perhaps wasn't thinking properly, so he thought there might be just one thing he could say to calm her down. Why don't we make a deal? Quinn said. Stay with Pure for now. Once this whole thing blows over or we finish school, come back to me. If you still wish for me to turn you into a vampire, then I will. Please understand, Aaron, none of us can do anything when we are dead. She looked into his eyes for a while, before eventually giving his answer, and finally shook Quinn's hand. Sometimes you make some sense, she said. Finally, the matter had been settled, and a plan set. Peter would at some point appear in the portal room, claiming to be Pio, the student who had gone missing on the last outing. While Aaron would go to Pure for now, then perhaps return to Quinn's side in the future. What do we need to do to send Aaron to Pure then? Gordon asked. It's not exactly like we can just walk out the front door of this place. Students have tried leaving before, and it's nearly impossible. Logan, do you have an answer? Quinn asked. Unfortunately not, Logan replied. These military bases are strange. Quite honestly, even I don't know where we are located at the moment. I can disable the tracker and you can try going outside, but we need a vehicle of some sort. Or maybe we might need a ship, depending on where we are. We have Pure members stationed on nearly every planet, except for a few red planets, Layla said. We won't need to go outside, but just get Aaron to the portal. That's no good, Logan said. It seems like after the incident last time with a couple of students being pushed into one of the portals, they have been stricter about the security there. Forden and Quinn gave each other a glance before both turned their heads at Peter. While looking around the room for a solution, Vex spotted the strange, square-shaped device that was located in Logan's room. He noticed it almost instantly. It was a teleporter, but not just any type. It was the same type of teleporters they used on his planet. But this wouldn't be of any help to them at all. The last place Vex wanted to go was back home, and the others would be made into food in an instant if they were taken there. He did, however, decide to make note of where it was, just in case he ever decided to go back. How about Vex's mind control? Aaron said. Couldn't he tell them to go away or remove their memories? If they are adults, it would be much harder than before, Vex replied. Besides, right now I'm guessing there will be a lot of people covering that area. If I wanted to get out of this place, the portal room would be the first place I would think of. So there's no way we could pull off something as similar as we did against True Dream, not unless we had someone on the inside. The last words Vex had spoken gave Quinn an idea. It was a risky one, but he had a gut feeling that he would be able to help. He was already keeping Quinn's huge, so there was some trust between them, and he felt like if there was one person that was on the right side of justice, it would be him. Then we have no choice, Quinn surprised them all. This also included Vorden, who felt like he was the closest to him. Why would you suggest that? Vorden said. Leo is a sergeant, and although he isn't under Duke, he is under Nathan, who is ultimately under Paul, the head general. It's clear that Leo is working for them, or at least he takes direct orders from them. It was a simple deduction that Vorden had made, and it would be right to assume so, but Quinn didn't believe it. Well, maybe I can change your mind about it, Quinn said. First of all, I'm pretty sure he knows I'm a vampire. Let me change that. I'm 100% sure he knows that I'm not human, and the same could be said for Fex and Peter. Wait a minute, Aaron called out. Is that why he gives you special treatment? Now that I think about it, it all makes sense. I'm not sure about that one, Quinn said, letting out a chuckle. But I'm sure his ability has something to do with it. He knew I was different from the beginning, and has safeguarded my secret until this day. Leo is different from the other teachers. He once inquired about whose side I was on. It made me wonder about a couple of things. Leo himself didn't align with the military. He is on the side of humanity. This was what he was checking up on with me that day. As long as there is a threat to humanity, he will protect us. Logan then quickly hopped onto his computer and started to type away, checking to see if there was any information he could bring upon Leo, if at all. So, is this a hunch? Vorden inquired. Isn't it too risky to go on this journey just based on a hunch? I too am in favor of talking to Leo. I think it is a good idea, Aaron added. I agree he's different from the other teachers. Remember how he saved us from the Dalkey attack that one time? And during our lessons, he would continuously give me tips about my swordsmanship. Also, it seemed he treated everyone the same, no matter what. The way he acted just didn't fit in with the way the world is right now. Usually, a teacher would choose to focus only on the promising students, trying to please the upper ranks, but he never did anything of that sort. I respect him as a teacher, and if me leaving this place is based on whether or not we can trust Leo, then I would bet on him over any of the other teachers. Isn't Leo the guy I fought with? Fex said. I mean, if it's him, he seemed like a pretty cool guy. I know, but we don't go trusting people based on how cool they are, Vorden replied. I guess you're right, Fex replied. Otherwise, you guys would have trusted me from the beginning, right? He said as he swiped back a single strand of hair that had appeared in front of his face. Once again, Logan projected the information about Leo onto the screen. Most news articles and information about Leo had to do with his accomplishments during the last war. He stood out due to the amount of Dalkey he had killed, despite being a lowly private at the time. Here you go, Logan said. It looks like you might be onto something after all. It says Leo readily refused to join the military and only wanted peace after the war. However, he did agree to fight once again if the Dalkey were to invade. At the time, Leo was a bit of a lone wolf who had refused to join any factions, including the Big Four. The military saw this as a chance to grab him up, but it proved difficult. In the end, Leo agreed and at a request, he would join as a teacher. Judging by this, it is as you say. Perhaps he isn't as closely aligned with the military as the others here are. It was a risk, and others knew it would be, but if Erin was happy to go through with it, then she should at least have some say in what they were planning to do with her. Suddenly, Logan leapt out of his chair and started to search around his room for some items. He went through crates and crates of stuff until he had finally found what he was looking for. After pulling out the strange-looking object, he went back to his computer to fiddle with a few more things. A bright light emerged from the projector, which used to display the hologram so far. It now displayed a solid wall of green. Which one of you is the best at acting here? Logan inquired. The others didn't know who to look at, but eventually they all directed their gaze at Vorden. Even Quinn didn't know why he did this. But based on the numerous ways Vorden could express himself, he felt him to be the perfect fit for the task at hand. Logan then paced near Vorden, and without even asking for his consent, he tried to put the strange-looking helmet device on his head. Unfortunately, there was quite a height difference between the two. Can you not see what I'm trying to do? Bend down, you dumb giant, Logan shouted. Vorden immediately bent down as little Logan placed the strange helmet on top of his head. The helmet mainly went around his forehead and had unusual mechanical arms that came outward. Even if you go to Leo and he agrees to help, the security around everywhere is going to be tough. This is the only thing I can think of which might get them to lower their guard a bit, Logan said. The strange helmet thing? Vorden replied, his tone strange. This here is a facial recognition device. It can track the smallest of details and all the little movements of the muscles. let's make a video. If we put both Peter and Aaron up... and we have our actor Vorden here, I will create a realistic video. The plan is to pretend the video has been sent from Pure, informing the school that the kids they are looking for have already left the planet and are safe in Pure's hands. That strange helmet device and the green backdrop are to change your appearance to whoever I like. Same with the background. Once they know Pure safely has the two of you, hopefully they will stop searching around as desperately as they are doing now. Quinn was amazed by Logan's thinking ability and thought of all the things he could do with him. He was lucky to have someone like him on his side and would hate to think what it would be to have him as an enemy. A speech was made for Vorden to act out, while Layla was in charge of telling Vorden what to say. It made sense, since she knew what would Pure send to make the video sound more authentic. The speech even ended with a phrase they had never heard before, "May we purify your souls." She explained that it was a type of signature Pure used when they sent things like this to their enemy. It also made the others realize how Layla was living a double life, and perhaps the Layla they knew wasn't real at all. The video was made, and now it was time for them to act. Logan would stay in the room to make sure the file got to the school, while Peter and Aaron would remain to hide in the room along with Fex. If an inspection occurred, at most, they would only send 2 people into Logan's room due to his special privileges. As long as that person wasn't overwhelmingly strong in the mind, Fex would be able to clear their memories, as if they never saw anything. Vorden and Quinn would head to Leo and explain the details of what had happened, hoping they would be able to help Aaron. While lastly, Layla had her task to do. She had to inform Pure of the plan as well. She was quite nervous about this, as she had broken the rules of Pure and acted on her own. Explaining this meant she would have to receive a punishment. But right now, she didn't care about the consequences. She just wanted her friend Aaron to remain safe. I hope this conversation goes well, Layla thought. Episode 211, A Way Out. Fex, Aaron, Logan, and Peter were currently inside Logan's room. The conversation between all of them was silent. They didn't realize it until now, but the thing that brought most of them together was Quinn. The others didn't know each other. And find a way to upload the video they had made without any traces. Fex, on the other hand, was keeping a close eye on Peter. Without Quinn there, Fex felt like it was his duty to protect all of them. If he went out of control, though Logan would be able to deal with him on his own. He knew firsthand how strong his shots from his strange suit were. While looking deeply at Peter, Fex was trying to figure out just who Quinn was. Right now, he had 2 main theories. One of them was that he was a member of one of the 13 families raised here on Earth since birth, and reported back to the main families once in a while. While down here, he had made the mistake of turning Peter, and was now trying to keep it a secret. But the thing that threw him off with this theory was his ability, the shadow ability. His first thought was that one of the families was keeping it a secret. When the crowning was to happen again, it would give them quite the power advantage. The other theory was Quinn didn't belong to any of the 13 vampire families, and instead belonged to them, the original shadow users. However, this theory of his was the most outlandish, since they were meant to be long dead. If the Vampire Council found out they hadn't all died, then there would be chaos. Walking down the hallway, both Quinn and Vorden were making their way to the weapons class. Even on off days like today, Leo would often rest there, or practice his swordsmanship. It was hard to say that Leo was a workaholic, because he wasn't doing it for work reasons. But there were times when Quinn and others around him could see that Leo was obsessed with the blade, but even that wasn't quite right either. Leo was just obsessed with getting revenge against the Dalki. While walking around, they could see the panic in the soldiers' faces. The students, who were outside the campus and around the city, had been asked to come back and remain inside the school. There was strict border control being held just around the school, with the soldiers surrounding the whole place in a circle. Even on their way to the martial arts hall, Quinn and Vorden were both questioned several times. The two of them now stood just outside the weapons hall, and Vorden hesitated before stepping in. Quinn, this is the last chance. Are you sure? What do we do if he doesn't agree? I don't think we're strong enough to fight him. Even if he doesn't agree, he's not the type to turn us in for protecting a friend. He'll understand, trust me. With that, Quinn stepped forward, full of confidence, opening the door into the martial arts hall. It was the weekend, so no students were inside, but Leo was there, standing in the middle of the room. Sweat was dripping down from his forehead, while his sword was still sheathed by his side. Even before the two of them entered the room, it's already looking in their direction. The two of you were standing outside for a while. I was wondering when you were going to come in, Leo said. Is this guy blind? Vorden asked. There weren't many opportunities where both Vorden and Leo were able to be around each other. Vorden knew about the accomplishments he had made during the war, but sometimes the rumors would often be exaggerated. I wonder if I could touch him, Vorden thought. As the two of them got closer, Leo could tell that the energy inside the two of them was disturbed. But while looking at Vorden, it seemed strange. Had he met this person before? Because right now, he was looking at a person who had two different flows of energy inside him. This was because Vorden currently held the fire ability, as well as the invisibility ability. Leo, I know you have already done me a huge favor by keeping my secret, Quinn spoke. And because of this, I have decided to trust you with something else. I hope my hunch isn't wrong, and I hope you can help me. I can't make any promises, as I do not know what you wish to tell me, Leo said. But as long as you are not in the wrong, you have nothing to worry about. When Leo spoke those last words, it gave Vorden a little shiver down his spine. Just what had this man gone through to be able to create such an intense feeling with only a few words? Was it his ability, or was it just the pressure emitting from this person? Quinn started to explain what had happened, and how they had come to learn what True Dream's reason for coming to the academy was, as well as how Pure was the one who had informed them, and how their friends had been chosen for the process. All they wanted to do was protect Aaron and Peter. Quinn, however, did leave out the detail of them trying to save Peter for a different reason related to himself, and just explain that he didn't want his friends to lose their ability. He also mentioned how they needed to send Aaron out of here right now. After they had finished explaining, both Quinn and Vorden took a deep breath, trying to calm themselves down. They carefully watched where Leo's hands were placed, thinking that any second now, he would go for his blade and capture the two. You two can calm down, Leo said. As I've said to both of you before, as long as you are not in the wrong, I shall help. And in this situation, I believe you are not in the wrong. While Quinn spoke about everything that had happened to True Dream, Leo made sure to carefully keep an eye on their energy flow, as well as their heartbeat. He noticed quite often when people were lying, their flow of energy, as well as their heartbeat, would alter slightly. Over the years, it came to the point where Leo was just as good as any lie detector. Of course, some had a solid will, and had been trained to the point where it wouldn't affect them. But for kids like these, it was easy for him to tell. He knew that the words Quinn spoke were the truth. So, can you help us? Quinn asked with a little smile on his face. There isn't much I can do with the situation with Jack. Although he's not part of the military, he is treated a lot higher than I. When I arrived here, I was adamant to be put under Nathan, since I had an odd feeling about Duke. Right now, because of my rank, there isn't much I can do. Jack holds a special relationship with our head general, Paul. The only thing I can do is wait to meet with the head general of Military Base 1. Not everyone in the military agrees with Jack's doing, and this will hopefully be a step in the right direction. What Leo was doing right now was a risk most people would never take. If someone were to find out that they were trying to ruin the relationship between Jack and the military, there would be many people on both sides upset with this, and most likely would go after Leo's life. What he was doing right now was fearless, and Leo didn't have a group or other people backing him, but only himself. Don't worry about that, Quinn said. Right now, all we need to do is save our friend. Is there any way you can get us inside the teleport room to send her off somewhere? Leo started to think, which wasn't a good sign. It seemed like he asked a simple yes or no answer, but that didn't seem to be the case. As you know, the portal room has been heavily guarded ever since what happened between you two. Most likely it will be guarded even more. Still, there is a way. Follow me. Episode 212, Ranks of Pure. While entering her room, Layla was more nervous than ever. It reminded her of the time when she first joined the school. She was reminiscing about all the strange feelings, and they made her feel sick. I think by the end of the day, I'm going to come out around 5 pounds lighter, she mockingly said to herself, desperately trying to forget about the ordeal she was in. There was no one inside when she entered her room. Her roommates were Erin and another female student. Most of the time, their other roommates seemed to be out, which was a good thing for Layla. Still, just to be safe, she kept an eye on the door as she went about doing what she needed to be done. She had no clue how Logan caught her, despite her being so conscious. This made her second-guess her actions. All those years of training were hammered into her, so she wouldn't be caught during an investigation, and in the end she was caught by another student. Maybe she just wasn't made for work like this. The black orb resting under her bed was now in her hand, and once again she took a deep breath, readying herself before tapping the top of the sphere. The blue ring on the top started to pulse in and out until eventually turned into a solid blue color, signaling that it had been connected. Agent 45 connected with Agent 83. Today is an important day. Does there seem to be a problem? The voice from the sphere asked. I would like to make a special report. Would you please connect me to agent number 5? Layla asked. The signal agents are too busy. You can report it to me and I will pass on the message to them. I'll ask you again, Layla said firmly. Please let me speak to Agent 5. This is not a request as an agent, but say that it's from her daughter. There seemed to be a slight pause between the two for a moment, before the agent eventually replied. I will see what she says. Layla waited while the other agent contacted her mother. In the Pure organization, they had special numbers associated with each agent. The number system could be split up into 4 different categories. The first group of people was the hundreds. These agents of Pure were given no such number ranking. All they were told were that they were above the 100 special agents. These people would often be new to the Pure organization and would only be used on large-scale operations. Then, below them were the ranked. These agents were numbered from 20 to 100. These were special operative agents whose numbers were based on their position within the organization. The lower your rank was, the more powerful you were. The third group was the higher ranked, going from 6 to 20. Because they were quite different compared to other agents, because they were mainly there due to the power. And then finally, you had the final 5. Some of these members were the original creators of Pure, and also the strongest within the organization. When Layla was first introduced to the ranking system, she found it weird. For a group that was so hell-bent on outcasting hierarchy in society, it was strange for their group to have one. But they always said that it was different because they all had the same goal in mind. It would only be this way for now, until they achieved their goal, and then they would get rid of the ranking system. By then, equipment, wealth, and resources would be distributed equally. Layla started to remember the mock videos they showed her of what the world could be, and they always seemed so peaceful. She was interrupted by a familiar voice while she was deep in her thoughts. This is Agent 5. I hear you have some important news for me, Agent 83, the voice said. After hearing those words come out of her mouth, Layla was a little upset. She hadn't spoken to her mother in a while, and the first thing she talked about was business. She didn't ask her how she was or how she was doing and didn't even say her name, but she had always been like this, and Layla was used to it by now. Layla started to explain the details of what happened, how she acted on her own without informing Pure to protect her friends, going against Jack, and what the situation currently was. Though she did miss out on a few details here and there, especially the parts where she had informed all her friends who she was. So far, she had only said she told Erin, someone who she wanted to bring over to Pure, about her real position. Has your position been compromised by anyone else in the school or personnel? Her mother asked. No, I have only informed Erin. Right now they think she escaped on her own. They're looking for her, and she has no ability, as well as nowhere to go. If you can, please help her. Don't worry, she replied. We will do our best. Anyone who has been affected by True Dream will be accepted. We shall treat her well. However, you have gone against our code. Although you were not caught, you took action without asking for permission, and you even went as far as to use our name. Your punishment will be decided when you come back to the base. For now, you shall be demoted from position 83 to position 100. Update me when you have the location Aaron will be sent to. We will have someone on standby waiting. Oh, and one last thing. Layla, I am waiting for you. Soar through the ranks. Don't be disheartened and try to get into the upper level so we can meet more frequently. May Pure be with you. May Pure be with you. As the call ended, Layla kept her head down. A demotion was quite a big punishment. It had taken Layla a long time to rise through the ranks, and just like that, she was at the bottom, barely hanging on to the numbered positions. When she was at the base, she rarely got to see her mother much. Her mother always told her as long as she was loyal to Pure and the cause, eventually she would rise to the ranks and have a seat next to her. So far, she had been as loyal as can be and followed everything in the book. But everything slightly changed when she met Quinn and the others. She started having fun and enjoyed her time at school. Sure, there were bad people in the world, but not everyone abused their powers. There were those like Aaron who didn't even understand the injustice and discrimination currently happening. Layla felt like they just needed to educate the world more. She started questioning if Pure's forceful ways were the right thing to do, which is why she was hesitant about reporting Quinn and the others. If there was a chance she could leave the organization without receiving a punishment, she might have even considered it. And now, thinking about it, she was about to send one of her best friends to such a place. A place she no longer wanted to be a part of. Episode 213, Cursed Weapons. The two boys were closely following Leo as he walked around the school. It seemed like he was taking them towards the portal room at first. However, when they were about to reach the room, their path slightly changed. Quinn and Forden both wanted to ask him where he was planning to go, but they were too afraid to do so. All the while walking.
It's not your fault, all right? People who ain't like us don't last out here. I told him, but he wanted to be the big fixer. I got bit to fuck just keeping him alive this long. Grab a gun and let's get back to Emmons.
The arms are fair when the intent of bearing them is just.
Sorry, I was busy training. It seems that no one bothered to inform me. Is it something urgent? He replied. There's been an update about the situation of the two students who ran away from their punishment. It appears that somehow Pure has already gotten their hands on both of them. As the two boys listened in on the conversation, they snappily turned their heads to look at each other. Relief visited their consciousness, since it must have meant that Logan had successfully sent the fake video over. The contents explained how members of Pure had already triumphantly retrieved Peter and Aaron. I see, Leo replied. So has the search party for them been called off? Not quite. We, including a few others,
Yeah, how'd you like me now, some fucks?
was to discuss the next course of action. As Finn finished his
Shit!
as he spoke,
Every zombie in the neighborhood must have heard those screams. Find a window upstairs and shoot any motherfuckers coming into the backyard. I'll cover the driveway side from the front door.
Come on, Jay. This is like shooting pigs in a barrel. Grab a gun.
the other thing that they noticed was they weren't just any students. They were the first-year students who she had been seeing more than she could have liked to. Wherever these two went, it seemed like trouble was simply lurking in their shadows. The moment Faye focused her attention on the two, Forden realized the mistake that they had committed. Usually he was good at this type of thing, and would have carried on walking to not incur a suspension. The problem was, he and Quinn had both gotten caught up on what Faye had to say. I
Come on, Jay. Use the sights. Zoom, man, zoom!
On the other hand, Leo stopped in his tracks, prompting the students to do the same. They had reached an area in the school that they had never been to before. It was located around the back of the teleport area, and to access it, a special code should be entered on a panel that served as the log. Again, Forden was amazed at how well Leo was able to navigate the entire place. He could not but think it had to have something to do with his ability. His curiosity was getting the better of him as a strange urge to touch Leo arose in him, but the opportunity didn't arrive. When they entered the special building, they noticed that it was full of rooms that housed an eerie ambiance. They were all barricaded with metal doors that had numbers painted on their facade. This area is dedicated to the soldier storage room. When we moved here, we were allowed to bring our personal belongings. Leo explained. They walked for a few seconds, eventually stopping right before the door that had the number 12 painted on it. There is a security device that made sure that the only one who had access to this room was him, unlike the other codes utilized on the previous doors. Placing his hand on top of the access panel, it soon allowed Leo inside. When the storage unit opened, both Quinn and Forden were amazed at what was inside. Some weapons were displayed on all sides of the room. In the center, there was something that looked similar to a boxing ring. There was a wooden dog, similar to the size of an average adult human being, holding a wooden sword. The whole place looked like any other weapon store. Are all these yours? Quinn asked. No, they once belonged to me and my friends. I just inherited them, Leo said with a melancholy tone in his voice as he continued to walk towards the back of the storage room. The two boys waited at the back while Leo went to search for something. While bidding for their time, they couldn't help but look at the weapons surrounding them. Instinct. Looking at the items, Leo was curious to see what level they were at, and to his surprise, the first random weapon he looked at in the room was at the advanced tier level. It was a short little dagger.
Light 'em up, Jay. Don't worry about ammo.
He noticed that most of them were high class and were classified as beastly weapons. He couldn't even imagine how much the whole thing would cost. It turned out that Quinn wasn't the only one who noticed the equipment around them was mostly high gears, as Forden did too. Hey, if you're not going to use these things, do you mind if I keep them? Just then, Leo came out from the back, holding a fairly large circular device. It was almost the same size as his upper body. He placed it in front of the two students, making a loud sound as it hit the floor. I'm afraid that all of these weapons are cursed, Leo said. Their users died with too much resentment, and those emotions stayed in their weapons. Subsequently, Leo you didn't have to make up some lie if you didn't want to get it, Forden cheekily replied. Very own eyes.
Hop, hop, hop! Watch 'em drop.
Allowed me to see the things that I can see. If only you could see the things I can see. As soon as Leo spoke those words, Forden was interested. The sight he was referring to probably had something to do with his ability. Talking about your ability, is there a way you can show me? I can copy and use other people's abilities. All I need to do is touch their hand. Quinn was a little afraid about how Leo would react. He could tell that Forden was pushing it a little too far. Go ahead.
How'd you reload this fucker?
At the same time, a strange smile appeared on his face.
I've never done this before. This is awesome.
Dear listener, the upcoming episode will be today's last free episode of this story. Come back tomorrow to enjoy free to continue listening.
Oh! Okay, I feel bad about that one. Ronnie has fucking left the fucking building. Bless his fucking soul. Oh, shit, man.
He eventually took the plunge and shook Leo's hand. Vorden could feel an insurgence of new energy inside his body. The cells in his body were finally changing. It was the strongest force he had ever felt enter his body before. Even when touching the hand of Berg, a member of the Big Four and a level 8 user, he had never felt this type of energy before. Finally, the two of them let go. Well, Leo asked, do you see what I see? Vorden activated the ability, and his whole vision went black. He could no longer see using his regular eyesight. Instead, the walls and floor appeared like wireframes that were constantly moving, as if the ground and the walls around were alive. When he looked at his hand, he could see the flow of yellow energy appearing in his whole body. He turned his head and looked at Quinn, who was giving off a different color, a dark purple hue, which burned brightly. Vorden now understood why Leo was able to tell that Quinn was different. It was the colors of energy. Finally, though, when he looked at Leo, the largest shock came to him. Leo's flame was yellow, just like Vorden's. However, there was a big difference between the two. The flow of energy burning was much more intense, and it seemed to be at least 4 times bigger than his own. But how? Vorden thought. It didn't make sense to Vorden. Using his ability, not only did he copy the ability, but also the number of mutant cells in their body. Even if Leo's ability was beyond that of level 8 of the military scale, Vorden should have still been able to copy it. But looking at his aura and looking at Leo's, there was a big difference, and he didn't know why. Then, Vorden started to notice something else. The sword around his waist was also burning a bright red color, and the energy coming off from it was nearly just as strong as Leo himself. While Vorden was looking at Leo, he pointed towards the weapons on the wall. As he turned his head, he noticed that all the weapons hung up were burning with a bright red color too. Is this normal for beast weapons?
Hey, having fun?
In a sense.
Seems like you
I'm nearly done. I'll see you back at the house.
Listen, I talked to a CDC doc. They're still in Santa Monica. They want my blood for a vaccine.
And what about you?
That's so.
We could all make it. Load up, roll out.
One thing I've learned. The voice on the radio promising to fix all your shit never happens. We're doing just fine.
If Emma wants to come, you'd ride shotgun, right?
She won't.
Seeing this action,
Maybe. You might be surprised.
ask about it.
We'll see you there.
He had done it on purpose for some other reason. Leo then tapped the large metallic. This here is a portable teleportation device. It's an old one, but it still works. As you know, these are a one-time use thing. It will allow you to go to a destination, but not come back. Leo explained. The location.
Hey, EJ. It's Jacob. Has Michael made it back yet?
It's a green planet that I once knew.
Hello?
Which should be
Yes, yes,
There is one problem.
I'm here.
Said Leo.
Lovely. You're a survivor, Mikey.
Yes, getting back was, a lot easier.
Speak to Emma yet?
No,
Quinn then walked
No.
up to the device
I'll,
and tried lifting the thing.
I will.
It was indeed heavy.
Well, pack your bags. I'll be back as soon as.
We could bring
We are out of here.
Vorden suggested,
Thanks, Mom.
though it would be risky taking her out of Lawrence. As Vorden made his suggestion, an idea suddenly popped into Quinn's head. He touched the shadow just underneath the large metallic object. Dimensional space. The shadow underneath the object grew, and when it encased the whole thing, it eventually dropped down, as if the object was sucked into a magnet. That sounds perfect, Quill said. With the dimensional space, as long as the object wasn't of living matter, he was able to take it with him and take it out whenever he liked.
Michael came back. He said...
Most people are. is the gang? All together like a big happy... Oh, fuck.
Damn, man. How long you been bit for?
Nothing.
Oh, Michael.
Shit, we got to deal with this right now.
Don't touch him. Go check on Andrea, see if she's okay.
Dad, this ain't no game, Emma. You know what's gonna happen to him. The same thing that happens to all of them. Now let me...
This is my house. It is my rules, Sam. Go.
If he so much as twitches funny, you know what you've got to do. I do.
You're not fine. We'll get you help.
Emma, sweetheart.
Don't even think about it. I took you in. You owe me this.
In your jacket.
Emily.
Hey, move so I can read the writing. In your jacket.
You have a special question. You're going to get through this. Michael. Michael. Michael, please wake up. Please.
Okay, that's all right.
Fuck you! Why do you get to be the special one, huh? Who the fuck are you?
Gonna finish watching K-pop TV dancers, huh? Well, not on my watch.
Come on, O'Connor, Daddy can play his video game.
So I was born to be annoying? Okay.
Out of my house.
What?
What happened?
Michael, he'd been bitten. I should have noticed. I'm sorry, Andrea. Truly, I am. Emma, she... I have to leave.
Yeah, Daddy made it far in the game. Daddy actually has some weapons too. Oh, I want that over there. Daddy has a shotgun.
What's a shotgun?
Right there.
Okay.
And then he has a semi-automatic.
I got guns. I got guns.
Because I made it further in the game.
See that and that one? Two of them?
Click the link below the video to get the free mobile app. Play now. How to play Fortnite on your phone. Are you still searching like this?
We told you yesterday, leave that shovel where it is.
Play now.
put it back, or you're gonna break it.
Mom, you know what format, right?
Okay, you took the brass knuckles, but you won't take any other weapon, huh?
Let's knuckle stuff. Daddy, I'm not gonna let you die. I'm not watching phone. I'm not watching phone. I'm gonna turn it off. Dad, I'm too.
What?
I'm to play.
You want to take over what I'm doing?
Yes, I'm to
No, O'Connor, let your father play the video game. You want the video game in your own room.
Hang on, buddy pal.
Okay.
Let me finish doing what I'm trying to do. Try and get this guy his attention. And I want to sell things that I can't use. Like this. I can't use it. I need to build some cash up to fix a couple weapons. So let me move stuff around so I can build my cash up.
I send the gun now. I want a gun. I want a gun. Yes.
Did I get 2 guns? Yeah, I did. Throw that back over there. I got 2 of the exact same guns? Really? What is this one? A Beastfire carbine. Sniper's rifle and a shotgun. Okay. So let's go over to you. Talk to you. I want to sell it. I want to sell it. I want to sell it.
Oh, sell everything.
Do I want the monkey wrench? O'Connor, should I keep the monkey wrench or no?
No.
Okay, bye monkey wrench. What about this?
Keep on.
What about the sword?
No, I like a sword.
Okay. The collapsible nightstick.
I don't want that.
Okay, I gotta sell my nightstick. Okay, maybe now I have enough money to fix my weapons.
To fix every weapon?
I don't know. Alright.
I'm going to have it.
Now, I want to pull that out. Yes.
Put the
I
gun
want
out.
that out.
I want the gun out.
I don't want the gun out yet.
I want the gun out.
I like that weapon. Where's the hammer weapon? I like the hammer weapon.
You know?
Let's see.
Get that.
I only have 30 rounds with that one. I only have 20 rounds for that one and 6 rounds for that one.
Let it get that one and that one.
No.
Get that one and only to a gun. Get only to a gun. That.
Take up. Let's see, what other weapons do I got here? Let's take that one out too. And I want one more weapon. What will be the next weapon I want to take out?
The gun. Get
No,
on.
I don't want to take the gun out. O'Connor, look. I only have 6 rounds for this. Okay? I got no more rounds. I only got 20 rounds for that. I have no more other rounds. I only got 30 rounds for that. No other rounds. That's why I'm trying to be careful what I pull out. Take out the axe.
Get a knife. No. Get a knife, please. Get a knife.
Machete.
Machete.
These are the only 2 items I want to take
Off my
out.
coffee table.
Now I need to go over here. Can I fix it? Yes, I can. What else do I need to fix? The shovel. Can I fix it? Yes. And off the coffee table. Scrap that. Scrap that. Move the hammer up here. Move this up here. Let's move this up here. Move the axe up here.
Now you're taking my wallet too? There was no wallet, baby. Okay, what's going on?
See, 21 rounds, 90 rounds, 28 rounds. That's for a nail gun. Don't have a nail gun yet. And what I need to get from him is a fuse. Because I found something.
Fuse? There's a fuse.
Ooh, a nail gun. I don't have enough for it. What is this? It's a handgun. I don't see any ammunition. Oh, here we go. Ammunition.
You need 100. You need 100.
Alright, so I need a fuse. So let's get fuses. Let's purchase both. Yes.
Seriously? You know what? Better check out what should try to
That's for a 9mm, and that's for a shotgun. Let's buy all 3 for the shotgun. That's for the 9mm. There's blueprints. Let's buy the blueprints.
I got money. That's not money. It's me money. Oh, it's me money.
Okay. So I should have blueprints to make make some ammunition. Yes, I do. And I got enough to make ammunition. And this is ammunition for a gun.
The gun? Give me more gun.
Okay, that is full. Let's go over to the cabinet, open the cabinet. Let's take a look in the cabinet. So, where are my guns? Okay. I don't have enough for you yet. You have the shotgun. You have the rifle. And you're a blaster. I can't pick up the shotgun. Okay.
That's my turn.
So I got the shotguns. I got ammunition for shotguns.
Hey, Emma can't do this. Don't go.
Shit happened. Sam can hold the fort here.
Sam! You think there's room for me and my family in his apocalypse fantasy? Once he gets inside Emma's panties, we're all fucked.
Hey, there you are. Shit been way too loose around here. Martin almost bit Emma.
Michael!
God, it's boring.
Now on, no one goes outside except me.
No one, really? Come on.
I keep saying, don't trust those fucks. You're better off here.
Yes, stay.
I'm immune. I've got to try. This is my path.
Okay, learn the hard way.
You don't agree?
I got one last tip.
Do spill.
When I have to get around
This is
that,
why I
use the sewers.
get into
I ain't
games so
saying
I
this
don't
safe.
realize
You could
everything's
line 'em
boring
up.
around.
Sewers.
You'll be back. Hey, Emma's pretty shook up. How about you fix her some of that Yorkshire pudding shit she likes?
This is the end.
Nah, we both know that ain't true. Keep the faith. Sewers.
Okay.
All the way to the coast.
Excuse me.
Alright, let me log out of my account. I just
No,
want
what you going?
I want to make sure it's saved.